Head on over to Anime Express for exclusive anime merch and use code DAFFY10 at checkout for 10% off your next purchase. Thank you to Anime Express for sponsoring this video. Oh, dude, I gotta stop on the rants, man. I've had a lot going on recently, and this Kagurabachi chapter done pushed me over the edge, man. I'm back. I'm back. Man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But before I get to hooting, hollering, and getting loud in your ear holes, number one, make sure you subscribe. Number two, we are coming fresh off the heels of last chapter where we have the reveal that Kamiyuri is now active in the hands of Hirohiko, meaning that Uraha was dead, and a lot of people rightly assumed that, oh my god, Samura just killed him. But as far as the exact details of what had happened to see the transition before we get to see anything exactly, so I apologize, my chapter review for this one is like all over the place, but I'm hot, I'm upset, I'm hot, bothered, and I'm not naked, so I'm just mad.
What did you just say?
So we come into the intro of this chapter, we have the Makizumi recovering and taking Hakuri to go heal up some more. The battle is now finished. They're like, oh, Hakuri, thank you so much, killer. You done helped us all out. Toby Mune's now in the hands of Mr. Samura again. We owe you our lives. Appreciate you. Make sure you stay safe out there. Everybody's like, cool, all right, sick. So Hakuri drifts to sleep. He looks up and everybody's knocked out unconscious. We're like, what the fuck just happened? They're not dead, but like no one's bleeding or anything like that. And Hakuri himself can't move. And so we have Uraha confronting Samura, and I mean, I don't think I've had this level of hatred for a character since maybe Zhao from Avatar: The Last Airbender when he was tweaking at the North Pole and killed one of the koi fish. It's been a minute, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. Samura says, since you got here, we haven't had a proper chance to talk. He says, even if we get all of the Enchanted Blades, does that solve anything? He says, if it was that simple, Kunishige wouldn't have had to lock up the Enchanted Blades after the war. Already, this logic is flawed, but I'm gonna get to this in just a minute here. Samura says that there is a greater evil out there in the world than the Hishaku, these literal terrorists who can literally make plants blossom out of your skin type shit. There is a far greater evil that he says that is out there. He says that it is the sword bearers themselves.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Now listen, the sword saint, the sword master, sure. I mean, that nigga looks devious. I mean, they got him locked up in solitary confinement. So, I mean, probably. Like, he literally remote controlled Kyora's dead, dying body and killed almost an arena full of people. I mean, he's probably a bad guy. But like, Uraha, he seemed pretty chill to me. I don't really know. I like Uraha. Samura, before these past two chapters, he seemed like a cool guy. Seemed relatively nice. Seems like relatively, you know, he was getting along with the Makizumi and all that. So I'm like, oh, okay, you know, sure. Now, Samura says that 18 years ago, they covered up an incident, which we still have no idea what he's talking about, and that all of the sword bearers, including Kunishige, were revered to as heroes. And Samura's line of thought is that because of this, with the way the Hishaku are moving, young people are dying in defense for them. There's death everywhere. He can't get the smell out of his nose. I understand that. I get it. So he says that all 5 sword bearers, including myself, will die by my hand. This fucking idiot, dude. And Uraha's like, bro, what do you mean? Literally, if you kill the sword bearers, the Hishaku have the swords, but they can't use them because of the Eternal's contracts. If you kill the sword bearers, that means that the Hishaku are gonna have full open access to these weapons of mass destruction. What are you talking about? And this nigga Samura looks him dead in his face. He looks him dead in the windows to his soul. He says, well, they'll only have them briefly. I'm still gonna kill everybody.
Is this nigga serious?
Man, get this nigga out of here, man. I'll only let them have it briefly. You would let a terrorist run around with a bomb in the backseat of their car for, you know, maybe 2 days, maybe 2-3 days. After that, I mean, I'll take care of it eventually. Are you mad? Are you mad? Bro. Here's the thing. If they were like, it was like relatively quick when they had these blades, take this. Imagine this. Imagine they get full open access to these blades. They go to another country and they decimate a whole other country. They didn't stay in Japan. What if you had no idea they're going to somewhere close, some island somewhere? All those deaths, are on you. What are you talking about? I mean, and here's the thing. Uraha's like, oh, I mean, like, yeah, he could probably solo the Hishaku. I believe him. Listen, Tobimune's probably strong as fuck. I'm not saying that it's not, but you are underestimating the Hishaku. Here's the thing. You have all the information on these hidden blades. That's cool. That's awesome. That's well and fine. Great. Fantastic. Good for you. You have next to no information about the Hishaku, the Kamanabi themselves, the world leaders of the Kagurabachi, like, police force. They have little information about the Hishaku. They had no idea that the Hishaku were even there at the Rakuzaichi. The leader of the Hishaku himself was chilling in a group of fodder, shooting the shit, shooting dice before Chihiro went up trying to kill him, and he was like, wait a minute. Oh, like, what are you talking about? And Samura's like, oh, I mean, like, if I were to, you know, if it was myself to kill the wielders, I can spare those guarding them, but just only kill the wielders themselves. What the fuck? Open your mouth, talk, communicate. If you wanted to have a plan to get rid of these things and like throw them in the ocean somewhere or something like that, you should have talked to the Kamanabi themselves. Like, what kind of ass backwards logic is this? I don't get it. And now here's another thing. That a lot of people don't know, but this makes it even worse, especially in the next chapter. Chihiro can break the Enchanted Blades. Now, we don't know if it's only Enten that can do this, but I feel like, for me, narratively speaking, Enten was Kunishige's redemption. Enten was possibly made for Shiba. We don't exactly know this, but it's been widely theorized, and I could see it. But it's been theorized that Enten is the only Enchanted Blade to be able to break another one, as we saw with the end of Chihiro and Sojo round 2. So Chihiro is the key to all this. All this is not necessary at all.
I mean, except the Shinuchi, but, you know, that has to be sealed. Everything else probably can be broken now.
But again, Samura doesn't know that. I don't think anybody knows that Chihiro broke Cloud Gouger. I don't think anybody knows this. As far as I know, he has not relayed that information to anybody else. But you are willing to kill your comrades, your own student, because of your own religious guilt. You got a real high ego, buddy. You got a real high self-worth.
I think niggas like him should die.
Like, I understand what you're trying to do, but I can't just throw my life away. People have died for me. I can't just lie down and just take it sitting there. But I will give this rat nigga one thing. He actually went toe-to-toe with Uraha. No Enchanted Blade use, just regular sword play. I can respect that. I do. I can respect that, right? So they walk up, they go to a duel, right? They get in their respective stances, and unfortunately, the master trumps the student once again, and Uraha unfortunately falls. Now, poor Hakuri, man. Poor Hakuri. If only Hakuri teleported Kumeyuri over, all this could have been avoided. Probably. We don't know if Samura had a backup plan or what, but it wasn't his fault. The way everybody gassed up Samura, he was like, oh, he's the first option I can think of. If the way that everybody's fighting so hard to protect him, especially when he's getting jumped, I gotta help him out. So poor Hakuri, man. I hope he doesn't blame himself for this, because nobody could have known. But you deluded yourself into thinking that Yuta isn't just gonna have some sort of plan for you, isn't just gonna have some sort of contingency. If I'm Yuta, if I'm Yuta and this dude snitches to his buddy and tells him, hey man, this is where Kunishige's at, go get him, right? Hey, listen, I'm against the blade wielders myself, go get him, right? The very first thing I'm doing, if I'm Yuta, I'm making plans just in case he betrays me. That's the first thing I'm doing. You want to know why? Because you spent so much time with these people. You have all these relationships and connections. Why would I not think that you would have some sort of agenda against me? You know them better than you know me. I'm clearly a bad person. I don't do good things. So what would incentivize you to work for me? You have to have something against me. What the fuck?
Man, you stupid bitch!
Samura himself is more scared of the Sword Saint than he is of Yuta. So again, we don't know everything that the Sword Saint did, but clearly it wasn't good. But why is this necessitating you having to make your own guilt my problem? Why do I have to die because you feel bad? You could have made 10 other plans. Talk to Chihiro, see if there's any information that he gleaned from his dad that you didn't know about. Like, this is so frustrating, man. And poor Chihiro ends up getting teleported there by Hakuri, and he sees Uraha laid out, everybody else laid out, and he sees that Samura standing over his body, and Samura says, you sure are drenched in the stench of blood, Chihiro. Now, here's the thing. Samura said, I will kill all 5 sword bearers, including myself. So I don't know if he knows that Chihiro has Enten. The Hishaku didn't know about Enten, but I don't think the Kaminabi knew about Enten either. So I doubt that Samura knew about it either. But still, like, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill Chihiro as well? You gonna kill this kid? Huh? What is his logic? When does it stop? Oh, hey, Chihiro, by the way, I clearly know that, hey, you know what? Your dad instills you these good morals and principles. Your dad didn't want you to make the same mistakes that we did, by the way. So, yeah, you gotta die because you hold this blade that you could do bad things with, even though you've been taught from the young age that you've instilled by multiple people around you to not do these things. You still gotta die. What kind of sense does this make, bro? Huh? I don't get it. I don't get it. I like the angle that Hokazono's going at. I like this kind of villain that we have here, but it's very frustrating for a viewer, especially for looking at Chihiro. My watch just beeped, but it's very frustrating because Chihiro, he's like, dude, these guys were my heroes. What is, dude, outright murdering these people and trying to see if there's another way? That's your only thing? Because you can't live with your own guilt. You gotta make us punish. You gotta punish us? Come on, bruh. Poor Chihiro, man. Poor Chihiro. I mean, look, for all intents and purposes, good chapter. I think there was some weird translation stuff. This chapter felt very disjointed as far as the way the speech was flowing. So I don't know if this is a new person or just like a weird one-off thing. But anyway, phenomenal chapter, by the way. Great job by Hokazono. I do hope to see more of Yuta and Uraha's. I do hope we get to see more of Samura and Uraha's relationship. I do think that was something that was a little lacking. Maybe we could have had a different flashback. Most likely in the Seitei War, that's where all of it's going to be. The Seitei War needs to be like 40 chapters, like 40, 30 chapters. I'm just saying it. How many chapters was Hidden Inventory? It was like, what, 16? Hidden Inventory was 14 chapters. I mean, it's yeah. But I'm out, man. Get this snitch ass nigga out my fucking face, man. Man, Samura, I hope that Yuta guts you. You need to be stoned, brother. I hope that Yuta just laughs in this nigga's face. I hope that Samura just like goes up to Yuta, just like, Yuta, it's time to pay. It's time to pay for your crimes. And Yuta just like opens his mouth and just like, ha! And just laughs in this man's face. I mean, you're just setting yourself up for failure, man. Anyway, guys, be your boy Daffy. Thank you guys for joining me on this video. Please make sure you leave, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. And please have a good one.